Hi everyone, so this video is a check-in on my Stanhopinae orchids. So we're going to start with my Stanhopea nigro-violacea Batman, and I should probably repot it. The moss is quite old, but the plant itself seems fine. I think this is the latest pseudobulb, and it's not as big as the old one, but it's not tiny either. One thing I noticed is that the leaves are curled, and I think that's a humidity issue. I'm not sure if there's much I can do about that because I don't have an enclosed space where I can put it, where I can really control the humidity. Another option is just leave it how it is, and we'll see how the next new growth does. In general, I'll say that this plant is just surviving. I suspect that if it blooms this year, that I gotta be careful with getting humidity around the flower spike. So if that happens, I'll just use a plastic bag, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. This one is Gongora portentoza, and it's pushed out this new growth, which is good. I'm a little annoyed the growth didn't grow on the other side because now there's all this empty space, and if new growths start growing all on that side, it's going to be a problem, but I'm happy that it's pushed out a new growth at all, so that's good. And this one is Lycomormium squalidum, and when I first potted up the plant, it was doing fairly well for me. It grew a lot of new root tips, but right now it's struggling a little bit. You can see these pseudobulbs are shriveling. This one seems fine, and there's new growth, so that's good. I suspect this will suffer a little bit during the summer, but perk up again in the autumn time when it's a little bit cooler. So fingers crossed this doesn't die. This one is Paphinia rugosa, and if you follow me on Instagram, you would know that it bloomed for me this year. So I was very happy when that happened. Unfortunately, I had no time to take a video of the bloom, and it also didn't last very long, which is too bad, but I'll post the photo of the bloom here. Overall, this plant does well for me. It tends to consistently push out growths, which is good, but they also tend to lose their leaves. So you can see I have a lot of bald pseudobulbs. I do kind of hate the growth habit though. It's tends to grow sideways, which I don't like, but what can you do? Another thing is I'm debating whether to uppot this or not. It seems to fit well within the pot, but I'm wondering if it's just too small at this point. So this one is Polycycnis trulifera. It pushed out a spike for me, but unfortunately aborted itself, which is too bad, but I know it's blooming size, so we'll just wait for next year. Pushed out this new growth, which is doing fine except for this little bit at the top here. So I think this is a pretty steady plant, and I'm hoping it'll do well for me. This one is Coryanthes misasii, and it has a habit of pushing out new growths and then losing all the leaves, so you can see it's fairly bald. It does have a new growth on the side there. I have yet to see flower spikes on this one. Also debating whether to repot this or not. The pot is not too small for it, I don't think, but it's been in there for a while, so I just want to, I should probably have a look at what the roots look like. And this one is Coryanthes leucocorys. It's done fairly well for me since I've got it. No signs of spikes, but lots of new growths, as you can see. I feel like it should be blooming size. It's just a matter of giving it the right conditions. I'm not sure what that is. I suspect it's a new growth, but might not be. Alrighty, so that's my video for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.